find or try to scroll there to find the rightful video. But I think for the greatest part, the purpose for life has to do with you learning more about yourself. That which you are looking for is not what everybody in the community wants you to be. So you need to find yourself into that space of purpose, where what you came here to do must be discovered. Had I all the money in the world, I would have put you in a park or in a farm for the first couple of years and pick up your interests quickly, so that I don't frustratedness with the job of a soldier. And I met an accountant, a farmer. And people look for meaning in careers, not in themselves. So in careers don't fulfill your purpose. They will be part of a small little gift. But if you are talking about purpose, what is it that will make you stand? So find the things that you are interested in doing. Develop yourself, capacitate yourself until you can cost them and give us your market value. And we will deal with you as a resource because you know your value. So to find your value, that's a lifetime work. But the quicker you know what you are made out of, the faster you move into your line of purpose. My 2 cents worth. What are the notions of the tool? I was thinking one night when this tool came to me. And I said, how do I assist African children to think in a similar way as of our Ubuntu, our relationship with the Chinese, our relationship with the Europeans, and our relationship with the Americans? Those are the 4 critical questions that I want to make sure that they're actually filtering into the mind of the youth. And while you're making a decision, I want to quickly critique and say, are you aware of the history of the decision about to make? How does this decision you are making impacting the present? How does this affect the future that you are going? But while the children are working around the tool, I ask myself the question, do they need knowledge? Yes. How do they convert knowledge into power? And how do you convert power into wisdom? And wisdom taps into spirituality. It's a way of thinking. I'm trying to take many subjects, from geography to maths, to ecology, to philosophy, into a small little tool, so that when you're holding it in your hands, you can begin to ask yourself those critical questions. If the format of this presentation was poetic, not maybe where you missed out the impact, but it was to develop how do you finish all your academic work and can assist us to think in a similar fashion, so that when we are dealing with these enemies at all levels, we are all aware of what is happening. It's the gift that was given to me in terms of start thinking like this. In my old age, I can also establish an institution of thinking. That's the gift that the heavens poured into me. So start producing people who think like this. And if all of them can think like this from all dimensions, you can transform this society to what you want it to be. As much as you can right now celebrate that you have a ruler. Oh, I discovered a ruler. Whoever discovered a ruler made some money. I'm giving you a new ruler as Africa. Start thinking like this as a nation. You will win this battle. If I had heard the drum, I would say the spirit of your forefathers is upon me. The last question. The story of the Good Samaritan, again, it's a parable. I should have maybe related the story first. In as much as we do these other stories of commerce, of economics, and etc., I thought I spent quite a bit of time trying to explain the purpose and how and why I selected this story. It's simply because the Christian idiom is much more regular. Without trying to make you Christian, let's use this story just like you could pick up another story, it's just for that. It's unfortunate that the elements that I wanted to extrapolate out of for the lessons are actually found. And those principles, I thought they're worth to discuss in terms of building organizations. unfortunately, of course, with my theological background, did not help. Yes, so the last question again, I think was similar to the other one. I just wanted to create a library. I wanted to create a library. So when you want to get married, who are you going to get married to? An African? An Asian? American? Or a European? How did my mother get married? How am I getting married? How will my children get married? Do I have the knowledge for this? Do I have the economics of this? Do I have the... Do I have this? Are you aware that your mind begins to jog? Of even if you let me lie to you. Try this for your own academic growth. When you go to class, when you are writing an examination, put this tool, draw it. They don't allow you to carry your stick. Draw it there. When you read the question here, what are the political what of the full stop? Look at that stick. Allow your mind to jog on those points. You'll be shocked that you tell your teacher the answer you're looking for is found in the Chinese space. But if you're thinking like a European, the solutions will be like this. If you look southward, it will be like this. And by the way, extra information, in history it was like this. It is happening like this now. It's happening in the future. You will not fail if you hold this stick in your hand. I don't care what subject you're studying. I'm giving you a gift. You will tell your children, you heard this the day it was said.